Hello and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide and the final vlog from my January 2020 trip here to California. It really has been absolutely fantastic, and I thought what better place to come and end my visit to California with a trip here to Santa Monica Beach and of course Santa Monica Pier that you can see just behind me. It's home to a few different rides, including a pretty iconic roller coaster that you can just see up there in Pacific Park. It is the Santa Monica West Coaster. It opened in 1996. It's a Morgan family coaster, and fingers crossed I'm going to be riding it. It says on the website the park opens at 12 o'clock. So I've got here, it's about just before 11 now, so I thought I'll have a bit of a look round, just chill out here on the beach. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's the warmest day of the trip today. So I thought I'd come down here, have a bit of a chill out, and fingers crossed, get on the coaster. Now, I've not got loads of time down here. I fly out of LAX in about 5 hours time, so obviously I've got to make sure that I've allowed time for traffic to get back to the airport. Along with that, I've got to drop the car off, get a shuttle bus from the car park there to the airport, and then go through security and check in and everything. So I haven't got loads of time, but I thought I'm going to come down here and fingers crossed in just over an hour's time I'm going to get on this pretty iconic roller coaster. This has been used in various different video games, movies, TV programs. It's a very iconic area. Never been here before. I thought, you know what, I've got a few hours spare, let's come down here to Santa Monica. But without further ado, let's go have a little walk on the pier and go and get a bit closer to Pacific Park. Here's a closer look then at Pacific Park. We've got the lift hill there for the Morgan family coaster. You got the train that's parked at the bottom of the lift there. I'm assuming that's standard procedure, or at least I hope so. Hopefully it's not been stuck there for ages, but like I say, it was a bit of a risk coming down here because it is a Friday today. It does say that other days, well, some days the pier's closed, other days it's like a limited ride offering, but it does say on the website a full ride offering, so hopefully that's the case. It's really, really nice around here. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'd imagine on a weekend it gets very, very busy around here. Probably struggle to get a car parking space. And talking of parking, I've mentioned this in the travel vlog, but it's cost me $7 to park right next to the beach just here. I'm a 2-minute walk away from the pier, so can't complain at all. Looks like they've been doing a bit of track repaint just here actually, doesn't it? Hopefully that doesn't mean it's going to be closed whilst they're painting the track. Now seeing that, I'm not too sure, but let's see what happens. You know, if I get on it, it's a bonus. Just to see it and have a little walk around here is really nice. You think if they were repainting the track though, they'd put it on the website, so I don't know. Let's see what happens. Doesn't look too promising now. I'm just seeing these genie lifts and stuff here. Looks like it is actually a work in progress, but I don't know. Let's see what happens. What a really nice vibe there is down here. You've got lots of different food areas, of course, restaurants, bars. Go for a little walk over there, I think. Like a little bit of a pier extension. It's like Pacific Park's just on a tiny little part, really, of Santa Monica Pier. Yeah, you can tell they're painting more of the coaster up there as well. A little zoom in for you. There you go. Yeah, it looks like it's certainly a work in progress, but the fact they're not painting it today makes me think possibly there's a chance, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's absolutely gorgeous around here. Like, I knew it was going to be nice, but I didn't realise quite how beautiful it was going to be. I wish I had a lot more time just to spend the whole day down here. But I've just been speaking to some of the guys who work on here, and I've had a bit of confirmation that the coaster is going to open at 12 o'clock. So it sounded pretty certain that it was. I don't think he actually worked for Pacific Park, but he was here on the pier. So apparently it was operating the other day. So it's a good sign. So fingers crossed, I should get to ride the coaster. But if not, just being here and soaking up the the atmosphere really is amazing. There's a lot of people fishing down the side here, and we've got a lot of live music on here as well. It's fantastic, it really is. But anyway, only half an hour to go now until Pacific Park should be opening. So let's see what happens. Hopefully I'll get to ride this iconic coaster. So as you saw there from the testing footage, looks like the coaster is going to be operating, which I'm quite surprised about, to be honest. Maybe I should have trusted the website a bit more, but when you see a coaster half painted and genies parked up at the side, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Anyway, this is quite an iconic part of Santa Monica Pier. This is actually the end of Route 66. Of course, it starts all the way over in Chicago, and it's over 2,400 miles long. And this is it, you've got this signpost here. Of course, a fantastic photo opportunity. There we go, Santa Monica 66, end of the trail. So of course I'm going to have a selfie with it. It's just got to be done, hasn't it? Not long to go now until the park opens. So we'll head in there and yeah, go and ride this coaster. Looking forward to it. So the rides are just about to open here at Pacific Park, and I just thought I'd show you the ride prices just so you can see them as of January 2020. Wristbands are available at the top. 7 and under, it's $17.95. 8 and over, $32.95 for your wristbands. No point in me getting a wristband because it's a flying visit, and there's only a couple of rides really that interest me here. I mean, if I was getting a wristband, I would have definitely done the Pacific Wheel, and of course I'm definitely going to do the West Coaster, but they're $10 a ride. You got some smaller rides that are $8 there, and some other ones at the bottom that are $5. So yeah, your cheapest rides are $5. Your most expensive rides, $10 at the top for the big wheel and the West Coaster. But you know what? It might be one of the most expensive coaster rides for a short layout, but it's iconic, and I'm really looking forward to getting on there. So I'm going to go and buy my ticket, and let's go and ride the West Coaster here on Santa Monica Pier. off-ride footage there from the Santa Monica West Coaster. Unfortunately, I couldn't take you guys on with the chest-mounted GoPro. Any cameras, phones, anything like that aren't permitted on the ride, which is a shame. I did ask to see if I could use it with the chest mount, but it wasn't permitted, unfortunately. But yeah, the views from on there were spectacular, looking all across the beach just here, over to all the hills in the background. Really, really nice. The coaster itself, though, is not actually up to much. I mean, it's 1,300 feet of track, reaches a top speed of 35 miles an hour. But the good thing is you get 2 laps round on that coaster, so it's like $5 a lap. So it's not too bad. I thought it'd just be a 1-lap special, so not the end of the world. You do actually get a little pop of airtime when you come out of that last helix up into the station. You get some good airtime on there, so you know, it's one of those, isn't it? It's definitely worth coming on. It is expensive for what it is, a lot of money. It's got to be one of the most expensive coasters for the length of time you're on it out there. But I've been on it, got the credit, and it was great to have a ride. Shame I couldn't really take you guys on there. But yeah, I'm just going to put in a bit of footage now, just some of the other rides here at Pacific Park. Like I say, it is a very small site here, but they managed to pack quite a bit in here. A little bit of history for you. There actually used to be a wooden coaster here. Well, there was 2. One was then demolished, and then they built another one in its place. And then, of course, now you've got this steel coaster instead by Morgan. But yeah, I would have loved to have seen it with the wooden coaster when it was down here. I've done the Giant Dipper down at Belmont Park, and that's absolutely awesome. Next time I'm out here, I really want to get to Santa Cruz to go and do that one. But yeah, I would have loved to have seen it with the wooden coasters here, or at least maybe a more modern one put in the future, who knows. But the good thing is, at least they are painting up the coaster, and it's a good job really, especially at $10 a ride. I bet they made an absolute fortune on that ride, but it was good to get on it. Here's some off-ride shots then of some of the other rides at Pacific Park. What an absolutely wonderful few hours I've had down here on Santa Monica Beach. Visiting Pacific Park for the first time, exploring all that Santa Monica Pier has to offer, and just soaking up the wonderful atmosphere around here has been fantastic. And not forgetting, of course, riding that pretty iconic coaster that you can see just behind me. What a way to wrap up this 10-day trip here to California. If you haven't already, then check out the other vlogs that I've filmed from this trip. I started it off at Six Flags Magic Mountain, had a couple of days there, followed by a couple of days at Disney. I then went down to Universal Studios Hollywood, Knott's Berry Farm, back to Disney again for a couple of days, and then of course down here to Santa Monica. It really has been wonderful, and thank you to all of you that have watched the vlogs throughout this January 2020 trip. California is a place that I absolutely love. When I first came here, I fell in love with it. This time I've seen even more, I've experienced it, especially driving over here myself this time, you know, on all the roads and everything. It really has been awesome just getting the full experience, and there's been so much off camera on this trip that I've not shared with you guys, you know, that I've also really enjoyed. But of course, if you want to see a bit of my journeys, then check out the travel vlog. It was the video just before this to be uploaded, and that showed all the different journeys around. But I really wanted this to be the final video, standing here on the beach in Santa Monica, because what a place to wrap up this epic trip. It isn't going to be too long before I'm back in California, or at least I really hope not. I love it here. It is absolutely wonderful. The atmosphere, the vibe, the theme parks, the weather. It may not be as warm on some of the other days this trip as I would have liked, but it's certainly been a lot better than being back home in January in the UK. But there we go. Thank you very much for joining me, Sean Sandbrook, on this epic adventure across California in January 2020. This is Theme Park Worldwide, and that means it's time to cue those credits. See you again soon, California. I'll miss you.